Well, hi everybody. I'm Chaplain Joseph Bachota, as Chaplain Joe, as they call me down here in Durham, North Carolina. That's the nickname the clients gave me about a year or so back. And I've been with Volunteers of America now for a little over a year, about a year and 3 months. And I'm a military guy. I was in the Army for 20 years and a 4-time combat veteran, so 3 deployments to Iraq and 1 in Afghanistan. And I say that not to brag. I say that to just to glory to God and as to what God has brought me through and also what he kept me from, whether it be Taliban or ISIS or Al-Qaeda. God brought me back from all those tours and 20 years in the military with all my faculties and clothed in my right mind. So I really say that not to brag, but actually just a testimony unto the Lord as to what he brought me through and what he brought me from, and just really the keeping power of God. So with that being said, when I came to Volunteers of America Durham, even though we have different locations throughout North Carolina, but my office is out of Durham. When I came to Volunteers of America back in July of 2019, it was such a tremendous blessing for me. And it was really like a win-win. Me having 20 years of military veteran experience and me being able to work with the homeless veteran and the homeless population again, now as a civilian on the other side of it. Volunteers of America was just such a great fit for me. It really got to tap back into my veteran roots and my military roots and allowed me to get back into some of the pastoring stuff that I was doing when I was in Iraq. On my first combat tour in Iraq, I actually pastored the gospel service over there. So being part of Volunteers of America got me back into my pastoring roots, my military roots. And it was just a win-win. It was just a great fit for me because it just so ducktailed beautifully into what I was already, some of the things I was already doing in the military. And it was just a really good thing also to just get my foot back into the door of serving our veteran community once again. And and one of the things that the Lord revealed to me, and this is what's so rewarding about working with Volunteers of America, is when I was pastoring in Iraq, after 9/11. A lot of Americans would come up to service members and they would say, "Thank you for our service," which is such a tremendous testimony. And I thank people for doing that. But, they kind of applauded us as heroes. We're the heroes of America as soldiers. But I realized, who's healing the healers? Who's healing the heroes? Because I learned very, very quickly that our soldiers, our veterans needed ministry. So who was helping the heroes? Who was healing the heroes? Because I realized a lot of our soldiers were in need of pastoral care, ministerial care, and mental care, and just different things from a very, very early on when I was in Iraq. So who's healing the heroes? And that's kind of the message that the Lord has been giving me for the last 5 or 6 years of my life. And Volunteers of America really helps me do that. It gets back to, healing the heroes and helping those who helped us, serving those who served us first. And that's really what I love about Volunteers of America. And I thank God I'm a part of this organization to be a part of that again. So again, I'm out of the Durham location and I just really, really love what I'm doing. And I thank God for what I'm doing. I thank God for all the Volunteers of America team and Volunteers of America staff that are on the front lines in the midst of COVID or not in the midst of COVID. Because you don't got to go to war to be on the front lines. We're on the front lines here too. That are on the front lines of the people helping the most vulnerable and helping the people most that need the help the most. So I thank God for Volunteers of America and what God is doing through us. So thank you, and I just really appreciate it. God bless.